I can't pop my cast when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it. Hey, welcome to the Triple Threat Podcast, everybody. Welcome to the show. This week, we're going to talk about some stuff. Everybody, how you doing? Good to have you here.
I need to know if Will knows what song
I
that
have
is.
no idea what
Oh
that
my
song is.
God.
I don't listen to the radio.
Song of the summer, man. You
Will
work at a
So
restaurant.
No, actually, I was going to sing Fancy, but that's definitely in
They
Will's
sing.
wheelhouse of being
That's
carried
right.
by
Weird Al covered
Weird
it.
Al.
They play
Weird Al
a bunch
covered
of songs and they all sound the same to me.
Okay.
But I don't know.
You don't know The Weeknd when you hear it?
Apparently I don't. Is that his?
I can't say that's a good.
All right, I'll have to look it up. I was listening to the radio the other
I
day,
knew what it was
and it was like all the hits of the '90s. I was like, "Now this, I understand." She's so
I get no.
She's so high by Tal Bachman. I can get behind that.
Like Cleopatra.
Like
Or Aphrodite.
Smooth by Rob Thomas and Carlos
And
Santana.
Santana.
Feet Santana.
Feet
I
Santana.
remember watching an NWA pay-per-view once, and this guy came out, and his whole theme song sounded like Smooth by Rob Santana.
Oh yeah, I remember.
By Rob
And
Zombie.
it just all busted into song. It was awesome.
I think it was, and it's just like the ocean.
It's like
This is a podcast,
Yes, podcast.
where three brothers talk about things that are interesting to them and hopefully to others. We try
Why
not
is
to
this
bore
a
other
thing you
people.
do now? Why do you
Because-
always tell people
because-
We
what
always
podcast
because
is?
I try to introduce people. This
because
whole thing,
everybody's
listeners are
yes,
growing.
everybody's show treat it like it's everybody's first show.
Yeah, everybody's hopping on the bus. Let's keep them
So
on the
Stan
bus.
Lee said
I'm
about
Matt.
comic books. He said everybody's comic book is their first. Every comic book is somebody's
It's not like
first
a
comic
lifetime
book.
philosophy for everything else, though.
That's why Stan Lee is.
And do they go, hey, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man was once bitten by a radioactive spider.
Have
and
you
then
not
he got superpowers.
read the first 5 pages of every Spider-Man comic for the last 10 years?
I have.
For the last
no.
10
I
years?
read the first 5 pages. Of
Last
Spider-Man
50
comics.
years. I'm Matt. I'm in Halifax.
Matt.
The person questioning our every decision is Alex. He's not the one who said, hey, Matt, that one's Will in
Hey,
Vancouver.
Matt,
We all live near the
Oh,
ocean,
boy.
but Will lives near the
I'm
ocean
confused with
and
which one I
mountains.
am now.
You're the grump, apparently.
you're not important.
Disagree.
Disagree. So this week we're going to talk about some major motion pictures.
Sure.
We're going to talk
Some
about
Major League.
some experiences we had.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some Major League, not the chew, but the baseball.
And
Will,
not the movie with
why don't you tell us what you did?
Charlie Sheen. No, I went down. I think I mentioned last week. I was just I was getting over going down to Seattle to watch the Jays play the Mariners for the third game in their series, and I finally recovered enough to be able to discuss it at length, guys. I'm happy to say.
Perfect.
Let's just cut to the chase. Blue Jays lost on a walk-off home run by Franklin Gutierrez in the 10th after umpire, third base umpire, got hit in the foot. Jim Joyce got hit in the leg, and there was a lengthy little delay. And then I think Gutierrez was up next, and he hit a one out, 0-2 home run to center field that one of the Mariners broadcasters caught. They cut to he's like they have a little desk out in center field, and they're like, hey, it's a home run, and we look who caught it. He's like, yeah, I didn't catch it, it bounced off the wall and rolled here, but yes, I do have the ball. It was
He's stashing his glove while he says
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I didn't bring a glove to the ball game like a child.
well, like I was up in the 300 section, so it's the upper bowl behind home plate, and there was a guy in front of me who had his glove. And I'm like, buddy, it's not coming up here. And sure enough, nothing did.
No.
But
and if it is, it's coming with velocity that you could just
You're
you
coming
can
with
get
some
to your hands.
superpower if you can take a swing, hit it straight up in the air. And then...
well, it's super foul too. We're right behind home plate, so it's like that's
exactly.
a super duff. But exciting game, lots of home runs. I got there late again. I got there around the end of the bottom of the second, I think.
Okay, I have a question for you
Yes.
guys. Both of you have told stories about going to baseball games. Neither one of you have been on time. What are you doing? What's going on?
other
Tickets.
people. I don't know what's up.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Matt, me too. My drive had to,
Every time I'm in Toronto, I'm late for absolutely everything. It doesn't matter. Just
and it's not your fault, right? You're just a victim of circumstance.
constantly.
Well, like we left about an hour after I had planned to leave, and we got we're on the way down, and I'm like, I think we're making good time, and I look at the clock, and I'm like, that's about an hour later than I want it to be. We're not going to make it on time, and then approaching the city. I was with my roommate and his girlfriend. She was driving, and she's like, "Do you know how to get there, like to the ballpark?" And I was like, "I really should have printed off a map or something." But thankfully it is a major sports stadium, so there were signs. It's like it also helps that it's right by CenturyLink Field. I'm actually not sure how old Safeco is. It can't be that old, but it's.
I feel like when WrestleMania 19 was there, it was fairly new.
Fairly new,
Really?
yeah. So that would be 2003. It's
To answer your really, Matt, there really is. I think that I'm not saying it actually is.
Yeah, it's a nice ballpark though. Anyway, so we managed to follow the signs into town. We found we got there on time, and I think we missed 2 home runs in the first inning, which was that's great. I don't mind.
There.
I don't care.
In there, brother.
It's fine. But also I should mention the Mariners turned their first triple play since 2010 on the Jays at a very awkward looking situation.
I've heard about this.
It was they mentioned it on PTI. It was important enough to mention there. So that was rough to see.
That's my gauge for everything in life.
It's PTI.
I don't care who the president is until PTI tells me.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, part of that's because I'm Canadian.
But I got to tell you, though, it is – I think this is the first sporting event I've seen where I've been no, actually, it's the third because it's the third time I've seen the Jays play there. So it's the first time I've been there. Yeah, I've been an away fan and suffered the walk-off home run. It's not fun because everybody in the stadium, aside from everybody wearing a blue hat, is ecstatic. And then we're all sitting there like, well – that sucks.
Well, we were watching on TV, and we were like, man, there's a lot of blue in that crowd.
Tons of
blue. A lot of people coming from.
Yeah. A lot of people coming from. Yeah, still a good amount of people coming from Vancouver and surrounding areas, even with the dollar how it is. I mean, the border wait there and back was a good hour and a half. Unfortunately, I wasn't traveling with my Nexus friend, so that was too bad. But
traveling with
members. Alex, are you trying to come up with
trying to come up with one member of Nexus?
Wade Barrett.
I gotta say,
Wade Barrett. Thank you. That's exactly who I was thinking of too. But I went with like Husky Harness.
Husky Harris.
Husky
Bray Wyatt.
I feel like. Yeah, I gotta say, I like watching baseball. I like it more when there's someone at the ballpark texting you pictures of it, folks. If you can do that.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. And I actually, when we got there, I looked up days before because I saw it was supposed to rain on that day. I was like, Safeco, I know Safeco has a roof. I wonder how often they use it. It's actually one of the least used retractable roofs in all of baseball, funny enough, for being in rainy old Seattle. But there's a lot of ballparks down in – there's one in Houston, there's one in Houston and one in Miami. The Astros and the Marlins both close their roof if it gets too hot, which I guess is the thing you do. So obviously Seattle doesn't really suffer from heat as badly as, say, Miami does. So they close their roof far more often.
Texans do that too.
So they closed the roof during the game. I thought we'd get there and the roof would be closed, but they closed it during the game. And I
saw that happen.
They closed it,
I was surprised.
Yeah, they closed it during play too, which, I mean, only takes about 10 minutes to close the thing. It's just a little retractable roof, but it was kind of cool to kind of get both sides of it. It's really dark in there when the roof comes up. Seats were pretty good, and we had a good time. Roommate had a bunch of American cash, so we didn't suffer too much when we were, buying food and that kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
Not to get too personal, but was that like tips from?
It's tips from valeting.
From valeting.
Yeah, he had a bag of it, and
is that a little too inside
that's
baseball?
Cool, though.
It's not too inside. Yeah, it's pretty too inside baseball. It's inside.
Just a funny, a weird story about that.
Life.
Not a weird story, but a related story. Is I just came back from Boston as well, so I was in the States. My buddy had a bunch of cash on him. I was like, man, you should probably deposit that in the bank. He's like, yeah, I think I'm just going to hold on to it and wait till the Canadian dollar gets better. And I was like, you're an idiot. I will never take investing tips from you
That's
ever.
That's the worst time to keep it.
That's the worst thing. Wait for it to get worse, but I mean, right now it's pretty friggin' bad.
It's bad.
So
yeah.
why don't you go put it back right now?
Right in the 2 weeks that you and I, Alex, both went down to the States. You just got to be careful what you buy down there, man. It's just like, all right.
I looked at my credit card statement. I was just like, oh boy,
oh, brutal, dude. Yeah,
it's not good.
Like I bought some snacks on the way back, and I'm like, this is probably gonna be like $15. Add 30%
currency conversion. You're a new enemy of the show.
I want to add 30% to everything you buy.
Oh, yeah.
We went to
mine was 33. Sorry.
We went to a spot afterwards called Sluggers, and that place was just jam packed. It was also the first place I ever went to where we asked for a ginger ale, and they're like, "We make our own here. Is that okay?" We're like, "Okay." It's like they make it with like bitters and Coke and soda and like citrus or something like that. And I was like,
"That's delicious."
All right, like they don't have like a Canada Dry button on their little pop gun that they have. It's I guess, I mean, it was enjoyed, so that's good. But I thought that was kind of weird, right?
I think it's
That's
kind of weird that you
like,
ordered a ginger ale.
Well, it was for the DD, buddy. It's for a designated driver.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well,
Who had,
even then,
I
she had,
assume,
like,
whiskey in their pocket. So
She
Can I get some ginger ale for my whiskey in my pocket.
my whiskey. I got some whiskey in my pocket.
pocket,
But that place
yeah.
was
Second whiskey in my
that place
pocket
was
lifted on my finger.
jammed with Jays fans. Sluggers was. It was jammed. So good big presence from Toronto coming down to Seattle, and I'm looking forward to going back again next year. Seattle's a fun town. I most probably won't go down there for a Seahawks game anytime soon, seeing that the tickets are around Patriots prices, and
It's for like upper bowl, it's like $3.50 American. It's ridiculous.
and
right
they
now.
can charge that because they're Super Bowl
People
champions and Super Bowl runner-ups, and people buy it. It's a hot ticket,
Well,
right?
just demand, right? It's always supply and demand.
Yeah, supply and command.
The invisible hand of economics.
Speaking of, we might as well segue to this. Speaking of the guy who beat the Seahawks in the aforementioned Super Bowl, old Tom right now has had his appeal of his 4-game suspension denied. Is that the word for it? Is denied it?
Upheld. I guess
Upheld,
the
sorry.
Upheld,
the suspension
yes,
was
yeah.
upheld. Is the
So
best
it's
way
not
to say
so
it.
much they denied the appeal; they just upheld the suspension.
Through the appeal.
Through
yeah.
the appeal, okay. So
It's all very legal.
yeah, and none of us are lawyers, and I don't study law. I find it.
It's a huge part about being a lawyer.
It's a slightly big
Studying
part of
law,
being a
I
lawyer.
understand that.
But I think the big kind of story coming out right now is Tom's phone. And by the way, they mentioned that Tom sends 80 text messages a day. Alex, do you think you have that beat?
Oh, it's easy.
I don't know.
Try
Wow,
800.
okay.
Try 800. Yeah.
No, with the whole first off, it's still stupid what happened. The phone thing's funny because Tom Brady put a statement out on Facebook that said essentially
That's where Tom Brady's official statement was, by the way,
on Facebook. Yeah, gotta reach the man.
That's true. It does reach the masses.
And so he was like, essentially, I didn't break my phone. I had a broken Samsung phone. I got an iPhone 6. That's just what happened. The big, which is a good point. The other thing that's just ridiculous is someone tweeted, and I favorited it. So you can go through my favorites and see if you can find that. Somebody was just like, how delusional do you think you have to be to think that the NFL has a right to Tom Brady's cell phone?
Yeah.
They're not the government. And even then.
And I thought he claimed, like, even aside from that, I thought he claimed that the league said they didn't need it, and then he destroyed it. I don't know what the anchor says.
That doesn't
to
make sense.
But
So, yeah, they should be able to have a life outside of football. If it has nothing, like your phone really has nothing to do with football, right?
Yeah.
I mean, guys get in trouble for sending inflammatory tweets all the time, but that's usually with the team, right? The team is usually like, hey, man, don't be an idiot. Like LaShawn McCoy's party.
The girl
his
party.
females only party. I think the Bills were upset about that, right? I think because he used his logo on there. Or he used the Bills logo on there.
That plus, yeah. Yeah, just the look of it.
wonder what he tipped.
Yeah, he did mention that, I think.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I'm trying to look up this thing.
Sean. Oh, Buffalo.
Oh.
By the way, Safeco Field was open in 1999.
99. I figured it was around 99 or 2000, somewhere in that zone. Because
Alex, you just said LaShawn, and I thought you said Wallace Shawn, and I was like, okay, this is an interesting topic. of
Oh,
conversation
Wallace
now.
Shawn. Inconceivable.
Oh boy. Any other thoughts on the Tom Brady before we move on? He's still.
I mean, they're taking it to court, and then by them, I don't even think it's Brady; it's the PA. So I don't know what the dealio is there, and I don't know. I believe if they keep it in repeal, or appeal, not repeal, that he can still play, kind of with the same thing, as long as there's something going on. He can keep
we can still play. That's
keep
good.
playing. So I'm not positive about that, but
Because what would you do otherwise,
Garoppolo
right?
will come in, and he'll to play. He'll take snaps. That's
Beat
for
the
sure.
Steelers.
by the way, I just got your Wallace Shawn reference.
Yeah.
My
is it-
inconceivable.
Yes, I just got that right now. Well, who was it who just got his suspension reduced from 2 to 3 games to 2 or something?
Greg Hardy got his suspension from 10 to 4.
Yeah, he got his reduced to the same amount as Tom's. So my thing is that there needs to be proof, right? There needs to be, and I still don't see that in Tom's case.
No taxation
I want-
without representation.
I want proof two ways. I want proof that he was involved, and I want proof that it matters at all in terms of football. That I still have not seen.
Yeah.
like the physics proof.
Not even the
More or
physics,
less.
but just the way the game went down too, though.
Yeah, that's also it's also
Yeah, I
weird
mean,
that way.
you just
It
have to
seems like a
say
stat
that
kind of.
from a league perspective. You go, the ball has to be between 12.5 and 13.5, and like, well, it's 11.2, so that's not right.
That's when you say, take it back and try again.
It's just like the blade curve in hockey, I guess. Or like, does it really matter? Probably not. But rules is rules from the league perspective, anyway. I don't know.
Sure.
Honestly,
sure, yeah.
this whole thing has just been a total.
In the end,
Oh,
it
God,
doesn't
man.
even matter.
All right, yeah, we might as well go to this right now.
What do you mean? What?
Just
Just give my opinion on something.
yeah, no, I appreciate that, man.
Matt, do you write these? Segues out beforehand?
No,
I
I
really hope he doesn't.
No, of course
I
not.
really hope he doesn't do that.
I'm witty.
You're well, rhymes with witty. Hey, Alex, you
Yeah.
just checked.
Pretty? Thank you.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Wow, you know what? That's a sign that neither one of those things was funny.
No, because I was gonna say this. But what? Because
clever.
we were both gonna
Clever,
say it.
clever,
Neither of
that's
them were
what
funny.
Yeah, no, just don't. Yeah, take solace in that.
Take solace.
Well, wait, to be
In-
clever,
in
it has
not
to
being
be
clever.
unique.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Is it clever if everybody thinks of it? Think about that.
I
Well, don't think about
know.
that. Actually, tell us about movies.
I mean, you're dealing with a pretty small
sample size.
sample size here, 2 to 3.
I mean, yeah, and there's a family thing there too.
That's true.
There's some genetics at play.
That's true. So, Alex, you.
Those damn
All right, let's get to this. Alex, you checked out Trainwreck. Matt and I already did a mini review. What are your thoughts on the motion picture?
Okay, so I went to see it by myself on cheap night this week.
Hey, me too, man.
You know what?
That story.
You know
makes me
what?
Sad.
It didn't get sad. Going to see a movie by yourself is not
kinda-
sad.
No.
No. Going to a movie by yourself's not sad. I recently partook in the experience.
Yeah,
of
with Mad Max. Mad Max is much more of a rom-com than Trainwreck, if you ask me. That's just me.
I think it's much more of a train wreck than a rom com. Anyway,
Well, I think I had too high hopes, first of all. I'll say that. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great. It had very funny moments, but also had this kind of really, like, not to spoil it too much, but every single comedy in history, romantic comedy in the history of anything has that, like, falling out period, and then...
Oh yeah, it follows all the same romantic comedy tropes.
And that took, like, too long.
Yeah, it was long.
And the cameos that you guys alluded to last podcast, oh my god,
Yeah,
it fell
bad.
completely flat.
yeah.
To the point where that scene should have been cut out entirely.
Yeah, that scene, and we'll just.
Can we just spoil
Oh,
it?
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
we'll
we're
say-
all
we'll
talking
say
about
it.
the same-
Yeah, go
like
ahead.
where Marv Albert and
Marv
Matthew
Albert.
Broderick and Chris
Matthew
Everett show up.
Broderick.
Marv Albert shows up and does a bunch of cue card reading. Basically, he's Marv Alberting an intervention
To
session.
what point, though? It's not even like a dream sequence. It's just happening. And then you have Chris Everett, who I don't know from Hole in the Ground. I know she's a great tennis player from back in the day, but
Yeah, I
still,
had
you
no
know,
idea who she
I was like,
was.
is Matthew Broderick, or is him and this lady just playing like? I was like, are they haters' parents? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, so
They
Broderick
didn't really
plays.
explain it. So the reveals there that Broderick's himself.
Broderick
and-
plays himself.
and Chris Everett's playing herself.
And the reason
It's
I
just-
thought Broderick would have the same surgeon would be like, well, he's on Broadway. He dances. I don't know if that's a reason to have a renowned athletic surgeon. But yeah, the only thing I know about Chris Everett, besides the fact that she's plays tennis, is that interview that they show time and time again from.
I bet they do. I bet you do, Chris.
Yeah, that's the one, right? And
Yeah, from Jim Rome.
Is that Jim Rome? Rome Was Burning? Is that the one?
Yeah, it's Jim Rome. Yeah.
And what's the name of that?
Well,
so that
I
guy's
mean, it's-
that guy is Chris Everett too. Like, wait, no, he's different.
No.
Everett.
If his name's
Okay.
Chris Everett, he'd be very upset. I think his name is Jim Everett.
I think it's Jim Everett too, but
It is Jim Everett.
But he gets
It is, yeah.
He gets it's not like a.
It's pretty upset.
He gets pretty upset. It's not an off the record thing where it's via satellite and the guy can just be like, "Well, now yeah, and you're leaving. Why? Why exactly are you leaving?" He can come right
yeah.
at with the Chael
Good old Chael Sonnen.
So Jim Rome gets Jim Everett goes right after this guy. Maybe we'll post that
Sure
video.
does.
But that's on the top 10 athletes flipping out, along with Mike Tyson being. I can't repeat anything he said, obviously, but the guy would be like,
no.
"All right, thanks, Mike. All right, you're you're a class act." He's like, well,
Yeah.
and bleepity blop. Anyway,
F you.
it's what he says. He just, and after it too, like pause, beep.
And then like Don King tries to like hold him back. He's like, get off me.
Anyway, sorry.
that's the
That's
best.
every Sports Center top 10 when the coach says something kind of like, "Yeah, well, whatever. Actually, one of my favorites is
refs
that
are stupid.
coach in the AHL who's like, repeat the question again. The guy's like, did you guys think he gave a good effort? And he goes, beep you. Talk to me like that. I don't know what coach that is. He's in the AHL, but I think of that from time to time, and it makes me laugh. He's like, repeat the question. The guy's like, okay. And he's like, anyway. It's very childish, and people get very upset. So, sorry, back to the review. Yes, definitely that Marv Albert scene needed to get cut. Could save a good 5 minutes there.
See, I kind of disagreed with what Matt had said last podcast, which is the fat is in the beginning, and I don't think it is. And maybe it's because I was expecting it, but I thought the Get to Hater like maybe 20 minutes in, which is fine.
Felt like 40 if it wasn't 40.
That's about a Sid Field 20 minutes right there. That's where your second act starts.
Yeah. So that's where I thought it came in. I'm
should
not positive on that.
Should the lead in your romantic comedy show up in the second act?
He's not the lead. Amy Schumer is.
You can't have you have two leads in a romantic comedy.
Well, no. It's.
I totally disagree.
That's okay.
okay.
Well, okay.
It is okay.
Relax. It's.
Matt,
That wasn't me. That's Alex.
Tell me in the movie King Kong, when does King Kong show up?
Which King Kong movie you're talking about? Because I
Talking
know
about
of one. I know of
Peter
one.
Jackson's.
Yeah, that movie is ridiculous. That movie is it's insane. It doesn't even adhere to anything.
What about Star Wars? When did you see the first
Is
star?
that your argument?
No,
I don't know what the argument is. Like you're using a really odd example of King Kong, which is famously eschewing that idea.
is that the
what
exception
the
that
whole movie's-
proves the rule?
It's also not a rom com. Do you think King Kong is a rom com between a blonde woman and a monkey?
I certainly
It's
do.
hilarious.
Kyle Chandler's hilarious in that movie.
A woman and a monkey. I mean, come on, it's a riot. It's got Jack Black in it. He's a
Haven't
comedic
you always
actor.
wanted a monkey?
Jack Black, and then who else is hilarious in that? Andy Serkis.
Jamie Bell.
Jamie Bell's hilarious. Yeah,
Andy Serkis.
the future Ben Grimm.
Andy Serkis alone.
Andy Serkis. He plays the chef.
Adrian Brody. He plays the chef.
But I actually, hey,
Why is there so many chefs in that movie?
there's a lot of chefs. Too many chefs.
The whole movie's about trying to turn a giant ape into a soup, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, yeah. Ape soup.
They all think it's gonna be
Pea soup.
pea soup. They all think it's gonna be
Pea soup.
banana flavored, and they're all wrong in the end.
But
No, with Trainwreck, I even forgot. I forgot Bill was in it until he showed up. I was like, oh yeah, Bill Hader's in this too.
One point I had to make, which when I was watching the movie, I was like, my brothers are so stupid. You guys are like, I don't understand why Colin Quinn's in a nursing home. He's not in a nursing home. He's in an assisted living home because he has MS. He's not supposed to be the same age as everybody else.
God.
He just has nobody loving him, so he needs constant care.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
never
I knew that.
I
It's still dumb.
no, I missed it.
Why?
I missed that one.
Oh, okay.
Why is that dumb?
Because I still feel like he's like supposed to be another like 15 or 20 years older than he is, and that it doesn't matter.
I think he'd
I don't
be
think he's. I still don't think he's supposed to be the age he is.
in real
He
life.
would have had Amy Schumer at like 10, right?
She's not 46.
Well, he's 56 in real life.
Yeah, he's 56
Yeah.
in real life. I mean, actors.
Who is?
It's actors
56.
never have to play.
How old is Amy Schumer?
She's like
We can look-
34.
I don't know. We can look that up. I can look that up right now.
How old do you think Amy Schumer is?
100.
Like 34.
That's what I just said.
I'm quoting you. I don't know.
Daddy's
Dude.
old. I think he's 7.
You bagged douche. Yeah, so overall, then the whole finale thing, I don't know, it was all right.
I thought the finale was lame at first, and then I was like, oh, but she's kind of bad at dancing, so it's kind of funny.
I thought that was the point, but I'm like, okay, this is a little convoluted even for a romantic comedy. I'm like, how did she get into MSG? How did she meet with the people? How does she know the dance? Why is any of this happening? Why do we care if Amari Stoudemire's coming back from injury for the New York Knicks when he actually
He's
plays
playing
for
for the Heat right now.
Dallas,
Or
and now
Dallas.
he just signed with the Heat.
Yeah, he just signed
So you're
with-
just like, really?
Amy
But whatever.
Schumer's born in 81, so she's about 30.
She's 34.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's like a
If
fine
anybody
age. Even
wanted to know.
if he's supposed to be like 60, it's not too much of a stretch, really.
Yeah, no, it's fine. He'd be a super young dad, I think, in that. But I'm glad they hired him. I think he's funny. I think he plays that curmudgeon kind of role. I think he played it well. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. All right. So we're
It makes you want to listen to Uptown Girl again. Now,
For
here's the
sure
thing
it
about
does,
this movie,
yeah.
which skewed my
I've
experience,
seen that.
and we'll get into something
Oh.
we like to call the enemies of the
Nice.
show.
now this similar sort of thing ruined Iron Man 3 for me, Alex. So you go ahead.
What is with people we're living in this society. I don't know why they don't understand this. So I go to the old movie, the multiplex.
Yes, the multiplex. There's
The
more
old
than one plex.
I
Which one
make
did you go to?
Always certain. The one with time play, obviously.
No, wait. Now
Bank.
put away your phone and enjoy the movie. Do you check your My Stuff folder?
Bring your phone out. What's your My Stuff folder?
She always says you get your prizes being your My Stuff folder.
It's
Yeah,
true.
man, go check your folder, bro.
Gotta dig into that thing.
Go dig your folder, bro. Anyway, so
I won. I was first place, by the way.
Nice. I also got first place when I go.
But my name on the screen, like I don't have a nickname. It's just my name. It's just like Alex. I'm like, damn it.
and you were like,
Need to come up with a cooler name than that.
no, well, nobody knows who you are.
I know who I
It
am.
must be this guy in the stripy shirt.
I was wearing a stripy shirt. How did you
Because
know?
you always wear a stripy shirt.
Damn it.
It's okay.
Stripe
You wear the horizontal stripes to look V'd out as hell. Most people, yeah, I know, bro. Most people, most fatties like the vertical stripes. You like the horizontal stripes. You want to look as wide as a bus.
I don't want to look as wide as a bus.
Well, you do.
I'm good. I'm literally when this podcast's done, I'm going to go through my closet and throw everything with a stripe on it
Oh.
out.
No, well,
I should have mentioned the out.
at least, yeah. Throw it,
Throw
throw
it.
it on.
Across the
Everything
room.
with a stripe on it.
You're making me
And then
look
I'm going to
fat.
pick it up and then I'm going to put it back in my
You'd be
closet.
like Al Snow wearing his hockey jerseys. So, Alex, what was your issue that definitely ruined your theater going experience? You paid your discounted ticket. You deserve a quiet show, right? To enjoy.
I think if you're in the movies, you deserve a quiet show or people to respect other people. So I'm there. I'm the second row from the back, and then like the movies, like the ads or previews are playing or something. Then three girls come. I don't know their names. We'll call them Aaron, Karen,
and Sharon.
and Saren. Is there another?
Saren?
Oh, Sharon. Good one. So Aaron, Karen, and Sharon are all sitting behind
I
me.
like Saren better,
I like Saren too. I was
Saren
gonna say
sounds like
Marin,
Friends
but then
with
I was like,
Benson.
no,
especially if her
that's,
last name was Dippity. I know a girl named Marin. I went to school with her. Also, Marin is the
Yeah,
name of
but
the.
when I think Marin, I just think Mark Marin.
We're gonna say
I
what?
think of the name of the priest from The Exorcist. But anyways, keep going.
I thought that was the name of the girl who has the horse riding ranch in.
Yes, it is Marin. Yeah,
Nice.
Ocarina of Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's actually isn't it Malin? Marin is from Link's Awakening.
Oh, I think it is
It's Malin and Talon on Lon Lon Ranch, and Ingo is the disgruntled Luigi-looking guy, and then Taran and Marin are in Link's Awakening. Anyways, Alex, I know you were very interested in this.
Zingo, Ringo, Dingo.
So,
Bingo.
so Aaron, what's the second girl's name? Karen and Saren.
So Aaron, Karen, and Saren
So they
are all sitting behind
They're all
me.
friends because
Like
their names
a
rhyme.
Bunch of
Okay.
douchebags.
Yeah. Okay.
And just insist on talking. They're right beside each other.
Yeah.
They're right beside each other.
Yes.
I know because I'm right in front of them.
Yeah.
And they insist on talking in their normal speaking voices.
During a film.
And
During a film.
Karen was very adamant about letting people know that was her in a nutshell. Oh, my God.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's so me.
Oh.
Oh, that's me in a nutshell.
Oh.
Oh, it's so totally me. You're just like, well, shut up. Like everything. Oh my God, it's so totally me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's me in a nutshell. And then Broderick comes and Karen's like, hey, do you recognize that guy in the glasses, Saren? No. Hey, do you recognize that guy in the glasses, Aaron?
Oh.
No. Okay. And you're just like, oh. And then they just have these comments that I can't repeat, but they just like, say them to themselves and just be like, eh. And you're like, just.
Well, they didn't say
It's
it to
one thing to
themselves,
talk
Yeah.
or like whisper or make noise in the theater, but then to like speak at a normal speaking voice is like, were you raised in a burn?
Yeah, it's-
Were you raised in
Yeah,
a burn?
those are the Iron Man 3 guys for me, man. Just right in front of us.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And they were
like,
they were
and
they
it
were
wasn't even
total
that
jerks, too.
full in the theater. I don't know why they sat in the back.
Have you guys,
Just
have
to
you guys
annoy
ever
you.
confronted people like that?
No,
No, I haven't actually.
That would I don't think I could either. I think it must be.
I don't think I can. First of all, I'm by myself, so I'm just like, they're like, hey, Mark Wahlberg. And I'm like, Mark Wahlberg? I don't look
Wahlberg's
like Mark
150
Wahlberg.
pounds. He is funny.
I'm 240 lean.
He's funny.
He was really funny in it, by the way. Cena was very funny in his role.
And by the way, he ain't pretty no more. If you saw Monday Night Raw,
oh boy,
if you saw what happened in the main event, holy cow!
Yeah.
Heck of a match, though, man. Heck of a match.
You think wrestling's fake, and it is, but sometimes guys knee you in the nose and your nose breaks because
Sometimes
knees are harder than noses are.
The champion knees you right in the honker, right in their honker. Yeah, so that's brutal, Alex, man.
So in my mind, I mean, I'm kind of distracted by that. I'm kind of distracted by the fantasy in my head of just turning around and screaming "shut up" in their faces,
Yeah.
and then everyone in the theater carry me off on their shoulders.
Yeah.
No,
so
that's
that's
carry them
distracting to me.
out because you want to keep watching the movie, right?
What they were not carryable.
They'd ooh no.
You've changed that story work stream, man.
So it's
What?
so, yeah. I guess the weight of the individuals changed the story. Were they snacking on stuff? Were they eating really loud?
Oh, that's the other thing. You don't know what you're eating that has so many friggin' wrappers on it that you can't. Oh my!
Werther's,
God.
they're sucking on Werther's originals.
So many wrappers.
Oh, brutal.
Just get it out.
Just get it out.
Saren, I swear, if you get one more wrapped object, I am going to lose my cool.
Excuse me, your candy's very loud.
Pardon my French.
Could you just not with the candy?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the
So when
guys-
I'm leaving the theater,
Yeah.
and as I go out the front door, they open the door beside me, and it just jabs me in the foot. So now my ears are bleeding from them talking the whole time in the movie, and my foot's bleeding because they jabbed me in the foot with the door.
Oh, for real? They did.
And I was too mad to even say anything about that.
Oh, okay. That yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Download your movies, ladies and gentlemen. You'll save money on popcorn and Karen, Saren, and Taryn, and Baron.
But download them from
body the
iTunes,
whole
please.
friggin' time.
Pay money for
Yeah.
it. Support the industry.
I don't give a rat's
Excuse
ish
me.
about.
That's a different
I
experience.
give every
Yeah.
part of the rat for the industry, sir. Thur. Sorry.
Thur.
Ian and I no.
Thur, if I
Ian,
can have a moment of your time.
Ian and I have taken to speaking like, and I don't know his name, but he's from The Dark Knight Rises. He's like, into the ground, sir.
It's Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh, is that because you just keep doing like, how exactly is that supposed to help my company, Thor Wayne?
Oh yeah,
Ben Mendelsohn's
it's like,
great.
wait, is that your voice, or are you just?
Oh, we
are
just
you playing a character right now?
it's
Full disclosure, I started watching Bloodline, the Netflix original series in it, and Ben Mendelsohn is one of the leads.
okay.
Yeah.
I like.
He's
I
in,
think he's.
He's in a romantic...
I think he's good. I think he's fine. I
He
just
is
think,
good. He
I
just
think
talks
his-
like that.
I just think his choice. Yeah, okay. I think it's fun. You know, we make fun of lots of the ways lots of great
Well, it's
actors.
like Wallace
speak.
Shawn. Like Wallace Shawn just talks like that, and you're just like, all right, that's your
Yeah.
voice, I guess. I'm
Yeah,
just going to
gave
sit
him-
here in the corner and
gave him
pretend not to notice.
3 Toy Story movies. He did fine. By the way, speaking of Ian, real quick, Ian, and I'm going to put him on blast a little bit here, but he's, you know, it's all good. He got me the other day, sent me a text. He said, "Hey man, what are you doing around noon?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing anything." And I'm wondering if he needs me to help him, like with an audition or you know, maybe go see a movie, you know, something like that. And he's like,
You got to protect yourself with that stuff. Be like, I got a thing, but I can probably cancel. Why? What's
I
up?
got a thing, but I could probably get. And so what's up is he's like, okay, well, you know, a friend of his needs help moving, and I said I'd ask for whoever's available. And I'm like, well, I'm in it now. Like I can't get out. So I'm like, all right, fine, yeah, I'll help him out. So anyways, we go help him, you know, move. So it's just a room of stuff. It's an entire apartment of stuff. And he's got the U-Haul there. But there's one item that we moved. It was a wooden coffee table with like glass on it. But the glass, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's one of those like wooden coffee tables with like a little indentation for the glass. The glass isn't like seeing through anything. It's just like the tabletop. Anyway,
Yes.
I to make it squeeze into the van, put it on its end, and the glass is not attached to the wood. So, like a very slow falling tree that shatters, the glass of the coffee table completely shattered all over the floor of the U-Haul van. Thankfully, Ian was fine. Ian and I, we've both worked in restaurants, so the sound of breaking glass doesn't affect us at all now because it just happens all the time. But always the first thing you ask when glass breaks is, "Are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm okay. It's
Yeah, why'd you call me? I'm across the country.
it's all right." Yeah, what? Anyway,
Just like if okay. So.
and the last thing we moved in that van was a motorcycle, which I've never done before. Just put a motorcycle in the back of a U-Haul. It was a lot heavier than it looked.
Why didn't someone just drive it out?
It wasn't street legal. Apparently, it's from the BC film. Like it's done stunts in movies, which I was very impressed by. Anyway, that's my very quick moving story. Hey Matt, you saw a movie I reviewed a little while ago. I wasn't very high on it. I want you to know. I want to hear your side of Terminator Genesis, the film.
Yeah, I definitely forgot that you were not high on this movie, but I did know that in general people didn't really like the movie. And my biggest takeaway from it was that I was sitting in the theater with some friends, and the whole time I was waiting for the movie to get bad. And I'm watching it, I'm like, when does the movie get bad? And then the credits start, and I'm like, that movie wasn't bad. I enjoyed it.
See, it's subverting expectations. You expect it to be bad, and it can surprise you. If you expect it to be really good, it can disappoint you.
Yeah, definitely. So I saw Terminator Genesis. I had watched the original Terminator from 1984, half a week ago, 4 days ago. And I love that movie a lot. That movie is just, it's a great movie because it's just about one thing that's happening, and it's just, I don't even think I can really describe it as well as I want to. But I love the original Terminator.
Well, it's very simple. It's a very simple concept.
Yeah. It's a very simple concept for a movie that's about a robot and a person being set back in time to try to kill somebody and try to protect somebody.
Yeah.
And
pretty simple execution of that premise, right?
Yeah, I like time travel movies. I like not thinking too hard about it. I know I've seen people online, get after
when
the
they
movie.
get really into like the physics of time travel and stuff like that.
Well, not even just the physics, just like, how can this happen if this person's here and this person's there? And it's like, well, there's like, you're ignoring the possibility of like, I don't know, alternate universes and stuff. Like, not everything is subscribing or ascribing rather to the
not the best rebuttal, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I'm just thinking these sort of things.
Just yell alternate universes no matter what. Alternate
Pretty much.
universes may exist.
Different dimensions!
String theory.
Yeah. So
Professor Frink.
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. We still don't have CGI Arnold figured out.
I
They
don't
tried in
think we
Terminator
have CGI
Salvation.
a person figured out yet.
Yeah, because the
Doesn't
one they
work
did
for
for
me.
this movie was like, well, that's cartoon Arnold.
Yeah.
That's not good. But then regular Arnold shows up, and he's pretty great in it. And Jay Courtney was way better than I thought he would be.
Courtney's always way better than you think
yeah,
he should
Emilia
be.
Clarke was fine as Sarah Connor. She gave some levity to her, which I enjoyed. And my boy Jason Clarke, I enjoy in a lot of things. And
You're a big Jason Clarke fan. That's
I am a
big.
big
Him in
Jason-
Zero
I'm
Dark
a Clarke
30.
head.
He's a guy who you're like, he looks familiar, but I don't know why.
yeah, he's a lot more kind of like an everyman.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
like, oh god, what's the dude from Warrior that's not Tom Hardy?
Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton.
Another
Yes.
Australian.
Have
Will
that
only
scene back
knows
for
him
me.
because he's in episode 2 of Star Wars.
Hey, and because he's in Warrior.
No, I mean
He blew up, man.
Yeah.
After episode
blew
2, he
up.
blew up.
I love
I mean,
Warrior.
years after episode 2.
exploded.
That movie with him and Jason Bateman and I think I mentioned this, Rebecca
which
Hall.
he wrote.
She wrote and directed, I think. That looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Directed
I
to.
remember you said you're a big Rebecca Hall fan, and I scoffed.
Oh, it was based
And I'll
on.
continue to scoff.
It's based on.
Scoff.
It's based on one movie too. It's just based on Iron Man 3. I've not seen Transcendence, and I don't believe I will.
That movie looks terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's also in Vicky Cristina Barcelona and The Town.
Which one is she? Is she Christina or
She's,
Vicky?
She's Barcelona.
She's Barcelona.
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 I guess I
Hi,
forgot
I'm
she was
Barcelona,
in The Town.
Victoria.
Because The Town's a movie I enjoyed years ago.
Town's
If
a movie
the town
everyone enjoyed.
was the same naming precept as Vicky Cristina Barcelona, would it be like Ben?
Don't.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
No. It wouldn't be their actual names,
No,
that's for sure.
Wouldn't be their names.
It'd be their character
Characters'
names.
names, which aren't those.
Okay, Tom,
No.
Mac,
No.
Boston,
No.
Doggy.
God.
Dougie.
Well,
actually might be one, I'm not
friggin' John.
Charlestown.
Charlie. I can't remember what
John
Conan
Lee.
O'Brien's sister yells in The Fighter, where she's just like super accented out. But I won't
Conan
yell it
O'Brien's
right now.
sister, actually.
Conan O'Brien's sister is in The Fighter. She's one of
And she's the most Conan O'Brien
Mark
looking
Wahlberg's
person
sister.
in the movie.
Oh my gosh, I gotta watch that again.
Oh yeah, definitely check that out. Definitely.
Oh, I
Mickey
enjoyed,
Ward.
I enjoyed
Mickey
that
Ward?
movie.
Is
I
that
don't like
the
anything
movie?
else that David O. Russell does, but I like that one.
what?
Yep.
Okay.
Mostly because he's obsessed with Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, and it drives me
very, very, very
Yeah,
much so.
and he always has been. I remember I was watching. I can't remember what it's called now. Damn it.
Good call.
What's the one with Lily Tomlin?
Silver Linings Playbook.
No.
American Hustle.
No.
American
Oh,
Hustle.
okay. Those are the two I've got.
What's the one with Jude Law and like Dustin Hoffman, Lily Tomlin? Mark Wahlberg's in it.
Huckabees.
I heard Huckabees.
Huckabees,
Yeah, I remember watching that and being like, "Why is there so much about Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper in this movie?" Oh, right, now I remember. Neither one of them exist right now.
Yeah, they're both non-existers, Alex.
Yes.
Non-existers, like you said. My last thought on Terminator. Okay, actually, two thoughts. Terminator Genesis.
Is that where we left this one off?
Yes, sir.
I saw Looper before I saw Terminator, and now that I think about it, Looper owes Terminator a lot, which is fine. I liked Looper. I like Terminator. It's fine. They can know things. Movies can be about similar things. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny when you look at like old movies and you're like, what was the big deal about this? And you're like, well, it's the first time A, B, and C ever existed on screen, and that always gets lost in translation when you're watching it back.
Yeah, it's just like that. Like there's a similar thing like in the movie Lost in Translation, where Bill Murray. Sorry, I thought it was funny when you said Lost in Translation.
Yeah, it's okay. No one else did.
Centauri.
It's a real whiskey. It's yes.
It is. Last thought is just that. Does anybody like 3D anymore? I feel like James Cameron fed us a poison pill with Avatar, which I didn't see, so it didn't feed me. But kind of this lie that 3D would make things better, and it's just not. It's more expensive. It's darker. It's not better. Everything that has a post-conversion is terrible. You can't see anything. It sucks when there's things that are supposedly closer to you, but they're out of focus because they're not supposed to be in focus, but they're closer to you, and it looks wrong. It's just bad, guys. 3D sucks.
Yeah, but it's not going to go away.
Yeah, no, 3D is the worst.
It's not going to go
I think it will
away
go
because
away.
they can charge a premium for the ticket. I mean,
No, I think it's going to go away because people are going to spend less money on it and seek it out less. Nobody I know likes it, so no one is willing to do that for us.
yeah, well, you don't know too many people, Matt. The problem is the number.
Okay, whoa!
Number 1 and 2 movies
No
from
way.
this year were both in 3D. Jurassic World and
It's those kinds of movies.
Jurassic World and Inside Out both did fine. And a reason they made so much money is because of the 3D ticket sales. I'm not supporting it. I'm just saying from an industry standpoint.
Well, you have no proof that that's why those movies made more money.
Yeah,
They were in
they're
3D,
more
but you know,
expensive
like,
tickets. most
that?
of the shows are. I said they're more expensive tickets. Most of the shows are in 3D. Avatar made a killing, and that was 3D. Like movie studios aren't going to move away from 3D anytime soon.
I have faith in people more so than I have faith in companies. I think that more people are going to.
Who do you think
stop
runs
enjoying
companies,
it and stop
Matt?
liking it.
It's people who want more money.
That's a very optimistic interpretation of companies.
What's
because
a
it's-
company made of? A company's people. I'm not saying a corporation is a person. I'm not saying they're protected
No,
under
but
those
it's
rights.
the
I'm not
idea
getting
that there's
into
any
that.
humanity in most corporations is a bit strong. That's all. I think most of that is whittled away.
Well, once Genesis starts and Skynet comes up,
I'm excited, man.
You want
2
Genesis?
days, 12 hours,
You want-
15 minutes.
you want Genesis to you want your
I already bought. It's pre-bought. I don't know what it is.
What are you excited about?
you want your car to talk to your
Uh,
phone to talk to your computer.
Sorry, it's just a plot point of the movie that it's essentially it's about an app that is secretly Skynet,
Literally a killer app.
literally a killer app, and it's kind of silly because it's pretty much just iCloud anyway. Like it already exists, I would say. It seems like a detail of the script that could have been gone like 10 years ago. I could have put it in there or something like that. Anyway, I like Terminator Genesis. 3D sucks. The world is terrible, and also great. So there's hot dogs.
What's your favorite hot dog?
Are there different kinds of hot
Oh
dogs?
my god!
Chicago style, and then the rest of them.
It's a style. It's not a different kind.
It's just,
I,
are we going to debate the difference between
pork?
style and kind
Beef?
now?
Well, I just don't know what you're talking about.
You bring up hot
Hot
dogs.
dogs
You
are-
got to give us a hot dog. Give us the breakdown
I like
on dogs.
the one kind of hot dog that exists, which is a hot dog. The only different type I know is a footlong, which is a longer hot dog.
What
which
about a
everybody's
juicy
on board
jumbo?
for.
There's all sorts of hot dogs, man. There's all kinds. You can get ones with beef,
beef,
pork,
pork,
different casings.
turkey,
There's
chicken.
lobster hot
Casing.
dogs.
Lobster.
There's chicken hot dogs.
There's,
Yeah,
Are there actually lobster hot dogs? That's intriguing.
I mean, they're not like anything you'd probably buy at like Sobeys, but yeah, they exist.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, do you want me to show you? I'll show you after.
Show
after
me.
this.
I want to see this. Are you coming over to making me a lobster hot dog? Is
No,
that
I'm
what
going to
you're
send
showing
you
me?
a link.
Oh, okay.
You dink.
No, my night has been ruined.
That's all right. It's your morning because it's Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Oh,
is when we're
happy whatever
recording.
holiday this is you celebrate.
Natal Day.
In Halifax, it's called Natal Day. I don't know what it's called in BC. Will, what's it called?
It gets the very original title of BC Day.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they really
Boy.
swing for the fences on that one.
Natal Day is just another way of saying Halifax Day, though. So I'm not going to give them too much credit.
Natal is like what, birth or something?
Yeah, I guess it's like birth. Yeah, that's where I.
It's not all like saying Halifax Day then, eh?
It's the birth of Halifax.
Oh, okay. So it's birth of Halifax Day.
Yeah, Natal Day.
Which number are they celebrating? Which year?
Whatever 2015 is minus 1749 is. Only there's a way to find out.
Somebody help me out before I go see
266.
Mission
266, folks.
and doesn't look a day over 7. Before I go see Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, could somebody remind me where we left off from Ghost Protocol?
The Ghost Protocol was initiated.
Yep.
All the agents were disavowed. Tom Cruise was in your favorite city.
Well, Ethan, you call him Ethan Hunt. I think the character is famous enough to be called by name. But it is Tom Cruise.
In that moment, I had forgotten it, but thank you for pointing that out. He walked off after hanging out with Ving Rhames, and he got a message on his phone about something called the Syndicate.
Wow.
Which is what this...
very well.
Yeah,
Did
which
you
is
just
why I
watch
asked
it?
him.
I haven't seen it in the last year, but I want to see it again before I see the
pretty
movie.
good, though.
Even though apparently...
So My Rona came out, #1 at the box office. Good for you, My Rona.
What's... Oh,
Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation.
Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation.
Yeah.
it's more like Mern, right?
No, it's I made it as
Okay, capital R. Okay.
Folks, if you've downloaded
Made it as saleable as possible.
if you've
Saleable.
downloaded Genesis, go to your Twitter app through Genesis and tweet us on on your tweet box, on your Genesis box, whatever, on your Mega
I
Drive.
didn't even get to mention the Meek Mill Drake beef.
We'll have to say that for next
Meat Mill
week.
Drake beef is my favorite kind of hot dog.
Hopefully,
Drake beef. It's like Wagyu, but it has more heart.
Jay Farrow actually has a very good Drake impression that I found online. If you have anything you want to tweet at us, you can tweet at me at William C. Vaughn and Matt at
MP Vaughn.
and Alex
Literally
at
MP, yeah.
Evaunix. EVAUGHANICS.
ICS. Okay.
I'm just spouting all sorts of funny stuff lately. So much funny stuff.
It's mostly
Killing it,
gifs
guys.
of Tom Brady crying.
Don't.
That was one day, and it was after this thing. Been much funnier things before and after.
But that thing thing can be used like that has multiple uses. I think Tom crying.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. All right. Thanks for listening, folks. Please like and subscribe on iTunes. Is that what we use?
Does anyone subscribe?
We use the iTunes.
We got. It's the
We
only
have
place
to have
we
some
have
subscribers.
podcasts.
It's the only-
If we don't have subscribers, we have some very dedicated people.
who every week
Confused.
go out of their way to especially download this one. Well, we want to thank you very much for listening. If you have any opinions on the films we discussed, let us know, and we'll have a discussion together as people. Because Matt has no faith in humanity, or he does have faith in humanity, right? Is that the one? Wait, what did you say, Matt? You said you do or don't?
Because Sarah and Taryn, Baron and Farron.
Exactly. All enemies of the show.
Charlize was there
All
too.
news of the show.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks a lot for listening, folks. We'll see you next week with more fun.
Yeah, thanks for nothing, guys.
Yeah, bye.